If you repeatedly ask yourself, why am I broke each month, you aren't the only one. More than half of all U.S. consumers live paycheck to paycheck, and a shocking number of high-income earners now also fall into this lifestyle. In the past 12 months, the share of consumers earning a salary of $100,000 or more per year and living paycheck to paycheck has risen by 9% to 43%, and 56% of Americans cannot even cover a $1,000 emergency expense. I know you are trying, you are working, but you are just making big mistakes with your finances, which will eventually lead you to the poorhouse. Is that what you want? Or do you want to make some simple changes so that you can start to get out of debt and become financially free as soon as possible? I have done this. I am financially free, so I can speak from experience and help you achieve the same. It all starts with educating yourself on why you are living paycheck to paycheck in the first place. But before we begin, I have a small ask from you. 78% of you who watch this video are not subscribed. I'm trying to get this down to 70%. If you have received any value from my videos, please consider subscribing and leaving a like, as it massively helps the channel. Okay, let's get into why you are broke and living paycheck to paycheck and how you can fix it. Firstly, you are broke because you are spending more than you earn. The truth is that if you ask yourself, why am I broke repeatedly each month? It is because you are spending more money than you earn. It's a simple calculation. If you have more money going out than you have coming in, you are spending more than you earn. People find themselves in this situation because they have an imbalanced budget and are not accounting for their expenses correctly. People often need to pay more attention to how much they'll need to cover their bills and other necessary costs, such as groceries or medical expenses, on a monthly basis. Otherwise, when the time comes to pay for them, there isn't enough money left over after receiving wages or salaries. The fix? The fix for spending more than you earn is to sit down and look at your past 12 months' bank statements. See where the money is going each month. See what money is coming in, then cut back to suit. The second reason you are broke is you don't plan for unforeseen circumstances. Another reason you might be asking yourself, why am I broke every month? It's because you don't have an emergency fund in place. An emergency fund is a financial safety net that can help you cover unexpected costs and provide relief during difficult times. Unfortunately, many Americans live paycheck to paycheck and do not have an emergency fund to fall back on when expenses arise. A recent survey from Bankrate found that almost 2/3 of Americans do not have enough savings to cover a mere $1,000 emergency expense. If something were to go wrong financially, they would either have to take on debt or find alternative methods of covering the cost without putting themselves in further financial hardship. The lack of an emergency fund has been identified as a major contributing factor to financial difficulty. An emergency fund is essential. It provides individuals with financial security and peace of mind should anything go wrong suddenly, and allows them greater flexibility by providing them with a source of funds that can be accessed in times of need. It also helps protect against inflationary effects and helps build up savings for future needs like retirement or education expenses. An emergency fund is one of the best ways to ensure financial stability and avoid falling into debt due to unforeseen circumstances. The fix? To ensure you can build up your emergency savings adequately, experts recommend starting small with monthly contributions and increasing those contributions over time until you reach your desired goal amount. Additionally, taking advantage of high-yield savings accounts is another great way to increase your available funds more quickly while keeping your money safe from potential losses from fluctuating markets or exchange rates. The next reason you are broke is you have expensive bad habits. One of the biggest reasons people have no money at the end of the month is due to expensive and bad habits. It can be easy to fall into the trap of overspending on items that may not be necessary or beneficial to you and that are actually bad for you. Many people have unhealthy habits that cost a lot of money, such as cigarettes, alcohol, lottery tickets, or other costly vices, which are all just unnecessary. The fix? The best way to combat expenses and/or bad habits that make you broke is by setting clear financial goals. You also need to create a budget plan so you don't overextend yourself financially. You should also simultaneously cut back on indulgent purchases or unhealthy habits like smoking or excessive alcohol consumption. Additionally, if you feel like you need help with controlling your spending patterns or quitting a bad habit, seek out professional resources in your community, such as mental health counselors or substance abuse treatment facilities. Following these tips will ensure you stay on track financially while allowing yourself opportunities for self-care and relaxation without breaking the bank. The next reason you are broke is that your monthly outgoings need to be fixed. High monthly expenses can be one of the main reasons an individual is broke. When spending money on rent, utilities, groceries, and other essential items consistently go over budget, it leaves little room for saving, investing in the future, or paying down debt. Additionally, Budgeting incorrectly or overestimating income from month to month can also lead to a person running out of money before the end of the month. The cost of living increases yearly and is increasing now more than ever. And as prices rise, it can become increasingly difficult for individuals to keep up with their expenses without falling short. Individuals may struggle to pay bills on time, or worse, have to borrow money to make ends meet. This can lead to increased stress levels and feelings of financial insecurity, which can harm physical and mental health. The fix? Determining how much should be spent each month is critical when avoiding financial trouble due to high monthly outgoings. Creating a budget plan that considers all sources of income, such as wages, government benefits, investments, etc., is the best way to ensure that you are staying within your means financially. Additionally, it is essential for individuals who find themselves in this situation to assess potential ways of reducing monthly expenses, such as by cutting unnecessary purchases or exploring cheaper alternatives for items like groceries or travel costs. It is also worth considering whether any monthly payments could be reduced or eliminated, such as gym memberships or subscription services that are no longer being used regularly. If you are getting value from this video, please be sure to like and subscribe. The next reason you are broke is because you have bad debt. High-interest debt can be a significant factor in causing you to go broke. When debt accrues interest at a high rate, it becomes increasingly difficult to pay off without taking on additional loans or incurring more debt. High-interest debt also carries the risk of compounding and growing exponentially over time, making it even harder to manage and pay off. When individuals rely on credit cards or other high-interest loans, they may find themselves in a cycle of debt because they are spending money that has already been borrowed and therefore cannot be paid back right away. This can spiral out of control if not managed correctly, leading to financial insecurity and stress. High-interest debt can also have a significant impact on an individual's credit score, as well as their ability to access future loans or financing options. Having bad credit can be very limiting because it puts specific options off limits until the person can repair their credit score by paying off existing debts. Furthermore, when an individual relies too much on high-interest debt to manage their monthly expenses, they may find themselves in a position where they are unable to pay all their bills each month due to rising costs and limited income sources. This could lead them to default on payments, which will further damage their credit score and make it even harder for them to take out any form of loan or financing in the future. The fix? The best way to combat being broke due to high-interest debt is by understanding how much money you have available each month, how much you owe, and drawing up a budget plan that considers all sources of income as well as any ongoing expenses related to debts, such as high-interest payments. Individuals need to be aware of the consequences of taking out high-interest loans and make informed decisions about what financing solutions are best for them. Additionally, seeking professional advice from financial advisors will help reduce debt levels while building better credit ratings over time with more sensible financial habits. The next reason you are broke is because you spend money to impress people. Another reason people find themselves broke is because they are spending money to impress other people. This can be seen in various contexts, such as purchasing expensive items or eating out at high-end restaurants to appear sophisticated and successful. Unfortunately, these expenditures often cost more than individuals can afford and may lead them into debt over time. In addition, when money is spent on trying to impress others, it will take away from the funds available for necessities like rent and bills, further enhancing financial instability. Individuals who rely heavily on external approval from their peers may also find their self-esteem suffering if they do not receive the recognition they were hoping for after spending money on something. The fix? To avoid becoming bankrupt by trying to impress others, you must take a step back before making purchases that don't necessarily align with your values or budget goals. Additionally, exploring ways of earning more income rather than relying on one source of income can also be a solution. There are numerous other videos on the channel which cover how you can create additional sources of income, so check them out after this video. The next reason you are broke is because you don't set clear financial goals. One of the top reasons people find themselves in financial difficulty is that they need to set clear financial goals. Without setting and following through on your financial objectives, it is easy to become distracted and make financial decisions that may not be in your best interest. Goals are essential because they provide structure and direction for allocating money and resources. With clear goals, evaluating our progress or even identifying areas where we could improve our spending habits can be more manageable. Without specific objectives, it's easy to get carried away by impulse purchases or becoming overwhelmed by how much money there is to manage. It often leads to overspending and insufficient saving and planning for future expenses like retirement, college tuition, homeownership, etc. The fix? Having a plan with achievable goals allows you to break down larger goals into smaller chunks, making them easier to achieve. With a long-term approach that incorporates short-term objectives, you can build yourself up from the ground up with confidence, knowing you're working towards something bigger than just making ends meet each month. Additionally, setting clear financial goals allows you to understand better what kind of lifestyle you're looking for and what level of income you need or want to have for that lifestyle to be possible. This makes budgeting easier since you'll know exactly what goes out and what comes in each month, so you can keep track of where your money is going and make sure all necessary bills are paid on time. It also helps guard against debt because if something isn't within your budget, it is only worth acquiring if necessary. Having strong financial goals also provides motivation when times are tough or when there's an unexpected expense such as a car repair or medical bill. If these events stay within budget, then individuals have the chance to work towards their long-term objective rather than feeling defeated or giving up entirely due to lack of preparation or funds available each month. Overall, individuals need to set clear, short-term, and long-term financial objectives to work towards achieving their dreams while ensuring they maintain adequate cash flow throughout their journey toward financial success. Watch this video next. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the following video.